This is the brand new release by MJX Hyper Go, and is this car great? Well, let's find out. So the previous models which are reviewed from MJX, everybody loved those cars, but not me, because there were some flaws that nobody talked about. So let's find out if this one has got the same, or maybe this one is improved. And here it is, guys. What do you think of it? Well, appearance-wise, this thing really looks awesome. I really like the color combination and especially the dark red color that they have used. So appearance-wise, until now, thumbs up. But one thing what I really don't like already is the weight of this car. So this car weighs a ton. So it's only a 1/14 scale RC car, but for the weight, this thing is pretty heavy. So that will put a lot of stress on all of the components, like the gears, the motor, the ball bearings, everything, So that may be already a big downside, but we're going to find that out. So especially when you're going to fit the battery as well, so yeah, I'm not so sure about that. So the second thing is, well, let me show you that. And this is the second thing what I really don't like, guys. Just look at it sitting. So the rear end is way lower than the front end. And especially when you go to throttle up, the front end will rise even more than this, So the angle is a bit funny in my opinion. So I'm not a big fan of that. But the rear end is just too low in my opinion. So before we're going to take it out for a spin, I'm going to try to sort that part out. Because, this is just, I don't know. I don't like it. But, let's have a close look what came inside the box. Inside the box you will find the car, the transmitter, and we've got a spare set of tires, which I really like. So the tires themselves, these are just the same, only the rims are different. So you have a black one and a white one, so I really like that they have included those. So the tires themselves, I don't know guys, this is just too stiff in my opinion. So yeah, we have to find out if these are grippy or not at all, but yeah, we are going to find out that in a bit. So mine came with 2 batteries, you've got a different battery holder as well. Not sure why they include those, but it's in the box. We've got a charger, we've got some tools, some screws, and we've got an adapter which you're not going to use. But, that's it. So let's have a close look at the transmitter now. The transmitter runs on 4AA's, which you need to supply of your own. So the build quality feels very sturdy, but it's a bit too bulky in my opinion. So the controls are nice, they've got a good feel to it. We've got a foam wheel, it's capable of on-hand steering, and underneath this lid you will find the on-off switch, the trim buttons right over there. We've got 2 switches to reverse the channels, and we've got the LED switch right over there. And that's all to say about it. So let's have a close look at the car now. The car itself really looks amazing. Just look at it, guys. MJX did a really nice job by recreating a real car, This thing just looks awesome. So all around the car, we've got some extra support, We've got a very big bumper sitting right over there to protect the body if you're going to hit something. I really like that. So on the top, you'll find some skid plates right over there. And even on the sides, we've got some extra reinforcements. And that's because we've got a roll cage built in there. And just look inside there, guys. We've got 2 drivers already in there. So that's always a good thing. So at the rear of the car, you will find the bumper sitting right over there. So there's no spare tire. So yeah, with the race car sometimes you will find some spare tires in the rear, but this one doesn't have that. So we've got a wheelie bar sitting right over there. So yeah, appearance wise this is all fine. So let's remove the body and let's have a look under there. I was just removing the body and I noticed that the body clips are very loose. So there's almost no tension holding this body in place, and yeah, I really don't like that. Another thing is that these body clips are just flat, and getting them in and out can be a bit tricky. I really like those with the little lid sitting upwards, as you can see, but these are just flat and I really don't like those. On the inside of the body you will find this Lexan part, and this is very useful. So this will protect the car from a lot of debris getting in there, so I really like this little feature. So when removing the body, just pay attention to the little light cable, because we've got some LEDs in the front. Underneath the body you will find all the magic. Just look at this, guys. This is just a professional setup in my opinion. I really like that. So with the previous models I really didn't like the steering servo. So the steering servo was a bit too weak in my opinion. So maybe they have changed it, but we are going to find that out in a bit. So on top of the steering servo you will find the on-off switch and this little guy. So this is the gyroscope, and this is very useful. So when driving on some loose ground, then this can save the car or your laps. So we've got a little knob sitting right over there. So when you you turn this one on, or maybe upwards, then you will have the gyroscope will helping you, driving into a straight line. So I really like that feature. So this is the receiver sitting right over there, and obviously we've got a brushless motor with the heatsink already mounted on there, and this is the ESC. So the ESC is 2S and 3S compatible as far as I know, so we're going to test that. This car's got metal gears and ball bearings throughout, and we even have got some ball bearings sitting right over there, so in this little aluminium part for the steering, and I really like those things. So the center drive shaft have got an extra support with ball bearings as well, so this really helps with the stability of the drive shaft. So we've got the center brace sitting right over there, and that makes the car very, very sturdy. But you know, all of this, you know, it gives some weight to the car, so I'm not so sure if every component is going to hold up, but we're going to test that. So for now, you know, let's stop talking. Let's throw in a battery and show you when it's on. I just fitted the battery, guys, but there's one big problem, and let me tell you why. So the power cable was going underneath the chassis brace, but don't do that, guys, because when the power cable is underneath there, then it almost touches the drive shaft, and when it does that, you know, it will burn the cable because of the drive shaft will spin rapidly, and then your car can blow up. So just pay attention when connecting everything, you know, just go over this little brace right over there, otherwise you can have very big problems. So to power the car on, we've got a little switch right over there. So the car is powered on. So steering wise, we've got plenty of speed, and power wise, yeah, well, maybe it's a bit better than the previous ones, but still it's not amazing until now. So throttle wise, this is full throttle on a 2S LiPo battery. Wow, that looks pretty noisy, and it looks pretty decent. So for now, there's only one thing left to do, and that's take it outside for a spin. So guys, we're outside the tarmac road, and the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to speed run it. So let's first test the tires, you know, because the tires, I thought that they were maybe a bit too slippery, but yeah, well, I think that they're going to do all right. So let's see how fast this little car can go. So let's go one way, all the way to the end. Full throttle already. Oh, this looks pretty promising, guys. So this is on the 2S LiPo battery. So here it comes, full throttle. Yeah. Wow, guys, I must say I'm pretty impressed by this car until now. Here it comes, full throttle. This is a pretty lively car, and until now the tires really hold up quite nicely. I didn't expect it. But let's see the speed that we get with this 2S LiPo battery. And we hit the 46 kilometers an hour. So that's a pretty decent speed. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's a pretty decent speed. But you know, let's throw in a 3S LiPo and see what happens then. Alright guys, 3S LiPo battery installed, so let's see how fast this car can go right now. Wow, this is woken it up, guys. Yeah, let's see the speed that we will get with the 3S LiPo battery, so here it comes. Full throttle. Whoa! This thing is fast, guys, on 3S. Oh yes, 3S is the way to go, guys. Here it comes. Full throttle. Oh, crashed it. Ooh, big time. So guys, the car is still in one piece and we hit the 66 kilometers an hour. So that's a pretty decent speed. But you know, let's take it off-road and see how it drives then. So guys, we're on the gravel road, so let's see how this car performs. Here we go. Whoa. This is a beast already. So I installed the 2S LiPo battery because I thought, you know, the 3S may be a bit too much for this car. So let's see how this one drives. So we've got a lot of sand sitting right over there. Oh, straight into the tree. So let's see what it does. Here it comes. Oh yes. Yes, this thing is awesome. Oh, I buried it. So let's give it a little push. Oh, I think we've got a rock stuck. Oh, it's already free. Oh yes, until now guys, I must say, I already like this car. Ooh, the power it's got, you know, we are driving, I'm not sure about the kV of the motor, so if I know the kV of the motor, I will put it in the screen right now, but until now it seems like we have got plenty of power. So let's bring it back towards me, full throttle. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Oh yes, this is a blast to drive, guys. So it's pretty straight as well. I had to do a little bit of trimming when we entered the tarmac road. But until now everything looks nice and neat. Oh yes, this is a real fun car to drive. Oh, big boulder, did you see that? So here it comes again. Oh yes. So one thing what I already don't like about this car is the body. You can hear it rattle all around, and that's just because we've got too much space between the body post and the body clips. Let me show you what I mean. So right over here you've got your body clips and your body post, and there is a lot of movement, and therefore the body just rattles around, and you can hear it, I hate that, so but a little bit of foam can cure that, because now it's a bit too loud in my opinion. But let's see how it drives when corner it. Oh yes. So the gyro does a pretty good job as well. You can really noticing that it corrects the wheels. So the gyro is all fine. So I didn't turn it all the way up, but you can. So I think it's maybe at 70% or something like that, or 80%. So not too much, but until now it works fine. I think we have a problem, guys. So the steering didn't respond. So let's see. Oh, I think the big boulder came out of the car. Did you see this one drop out of there? So probably it was just stuck behind there or something. But the steering is all fine again. So let's continue to drive. Oh yes, we've got plenty of speed. So this is only the 2S LiPo battery, and I think that's like plenty for this car. Yes, if you want to do some speed runs or some tarmac things, you want to have the 3S, but until now, oh yes, this drives very nice. I'm not so sure about the steering, so sometimes it looks like the steering is a bit locked for some reason. Maybe it's got to do to the gyro, or maybe like the steering servo. So like the other MJX models, the steering servo isn't great in my opinion. But yeah, maybe we should upgrade that. Full throttle. Whoa, do you hear the gravel slamming into the body? Oh yes. Yeah, here again, guys. So yeah, it doesn't really respond anymore to the steering. Maybe there was like a stone loose. Yeah, I'm not so sure, guys, about the steering of this car. So until now, the steering, I don't like it, and I don't like the rattling body. But overall, this car, I really like it. Here again, something stuck in there or something. Ooh, did you see it bounce? Ooh, big boulder. Oh yes, here it comes, here it comes. Woohoo! Yes, I really like this car so far. So I'm just going to play around with it for a couple of more minutes, and then I will come back to you with my final thoughts about this car. So guys, that was the driving with the all new MJX Hyper Go. And what do I think of this car? Well, appearance wise, you already know. I love this car, This thing really looks awesome. Only one thing what I really don't like about the appearance are the wheels. In my opinion, the wheels are just too small compared to the body and the wheel arches. So the wheels may be a bit, can be a bit taller or larger, because I don't like this. This is a little bit funny. Another thing is the droop in the back. So when you put it on the ground, the back wheels are almost already in the wheel arch, and compared to the front one, that looks a bit funny as well. So I'm not a big fan of that. But performance wise, this car really surprised me. This car handles pretty well, and the gyro really helps with the stability of the car. But one thing is a very big problem, and that's the steering assembly or the steering servo. Maybe it's a combination of both, but that's one thing what I really didn't like. So when driving over the gravel, a lot of stones will get in the car, and my steering just locked up like, I don't know, 10 times or something. So I had to back it up again, or I have to empty to all the stones. So yeah, the steering, yeah, I don't like it so far. And another thing is that the steering is going further to one side than the other side. So for example, if you look over here, so this is the maximum steering angle if you want to go to the right, left. If you want to go to the right, it's much more, better steering angle. So yeah, I have to sort it out as well. But you know, the motor performed very nice. The ESC did a great job. You know, the batteries, I'm not sure, but I think you can have like, I don't know, 50 minutes drive time with these batteries. And the 2S LiPo batteries has plenty of power. So obviously you can run a 3S, but you know, 2S in my opinion is just enough. So overall, I really like this car, guys. So I will put the link down below where you can find this car, because there's a special promotion going on. So check out the link down below. And yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you got any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.